Hi, everyone. Welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the word of the Lord. Today I'm going to be speaking about letters from 1 John. But before I start talking about it, I just kind of wanted to research why this letter even exists, especially since we already had the Gospel according to John. So when I was reading, I found out that the Gospel according to John was written to introduce Jesus, to help people to come to believe. John even says directly, "This is written that you may believe." But the letters of John, including the one I'm going to be talking about today, were written later. By the time John writes the letter, Christian communities already existed. People already claimed their faith in Jesus, but something is beginning to kind of break. Some people are saying that they know God, yet their lives aren't marked with love or humility or truth. Others are treating faith like a spiritual idea rather than a way of life. So John writes not to retell the story of Jesus, but to protect it. And it's kind of like a practical suggestion. So let's listen. This is from 1 John chapter 2, verses 3 to 11. Beloved, the way we may be sure that we know Jesus is to keep his commandments. Whoever says, "I know him," but doesn't keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, the love of God is truly perfected in him. This is the way we may know that we are in union with him. Whoever claims to abide in him ought to walk just as he walked. Beloved, I am writing no new commandment to you, but an old commandment that you had heard from the beginning. The old commandment is the word that you have heard, and yet I do write a new commandment to you, which holds true in him and among you, for the darkness is passing away, and the true light is already shining. Whoever says he is in the light, yet hates his brother, is still in the darkness. Whoever loves his brother remains in the light, and there is nothing in him to cause a fall. Whoever hates his brother is in darkness. He walks in darkness and does not know where he is going, because the darkness has blinded his eyes. So when John is saying the way we may be sure we know him is to keep his commandments, he's using the word know, from what I've read, not to mean facts about God, but it means to have a relationship, something practiced every day. So he's saying if we truly know God, it will show. And then he goes a little bit deeper. Whoever says he's in the light yet hates his brother is still in darkness. He doesn't mean hate only to show anger, but it could mean indifference, dismissal, acting superior, just choosing not to love. This isn't about perfection. John isn't saying that believers never struggle. He's saying that faith and love cannot be separated. He's reminding us that the commandment of love is not something new. It's been there from the beginning. It's also new every day because it's fully revealed in Jesus. To walk in the light doesn't mean that we'll never stumble. It just means love is our direction. Love steadies us, love keeps us oriented, and love is how faith becomes visible. So this passage is not saying, do I know God? But it's saying, does love shape how I live? So journal prompts that would be a great reflection for this would be, how do I usually define knowing God? Is it more about belief, or is it how I live? And where in my life am I being invited to love more intentionally, even when it's uncomfortable? Is there any resentment, judgment, or indifference that I need to bring honestly to prayer? And then finally, what would walking in the light look like for me in practical terms this week? I hope that this message was encouraging to you, and if you feel like a friend could use some encouragement, please feel free to pass it along. And don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's Whispers.